Guys, my name is Mike, and this is Math Tutoring with Mike. Hey, before we jump into our video, there are just a few things that I would like to review with you. The first thing is that I want to implore that at the end of this video, by the time that you reach the end of this video, I want to make sure that you understand the principles that we went over today in this video. So if you have to stop the video at any point in time, that you're confused, or if you have to rewind, I really want to suggest that you do that. The second thing is that after you've reached the end of this video, that you actually go back and try solving the example problems on your own. Doing this, I find, is very important with cementing the theories and cementing the understanding, that you actually understand what was reviewed. So, thirdly, chances are you came to this video with a specific problem that you had. If at the end of this video you realize that I have not addressed the specific problem that you are looking to solve, I invite you to leave me a comment or shoot me an email with your specific problem or specific question. And you have my word, I'll do my best to either preparing another video or reaching out to you personally how to solve that particular problem. Anyway, guys, so on to our video. Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to find what's called the greatest common factor. Usually it's denoted with GCF, but it means the greatest common factor. In other lessons, you'll see the importance of knowing or finding the greatest common factor. But today, we just want to identify, how do we find this thing called the greatest common factor? Before we dive into it, let's identify what is the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor is the highest number that divides, please pardon my handwriting, but the highest number that divides exactly into two or more numbers. Okay, so if we want to find the greatest common factor of three numbers, then it would be the highest number that divides exactly into three numbers. Let's just do some cleaning. I hate to be messy, guys. So we typically would find the greatest common factor by using three steps. The first step is we want to find all the factors of each number. That's the first step. Once we find all the factors of each number, then the next thing we want to do is we want to now circle the common factors. And then once we circle the common factors now, the greatest common factor now is the greatest number of all of those factors. So now we want to choose or identify the greatest factor. And we'll do an example. To show you exactly what I mean. So just to recap real quickly, the greatest common factor is the highest number that divides exactly into two or more numbers. Okay, and we find that by taking 3 steps. We find all the factors of each numbers. Once we do that, next we circle the common factors, and then we identify or choose the greatest of the common factors that we've just found. Now let's go over an example. Let's go over an example so you can see exactly what I mean. In this example, we want to find the greatest common factor of 12 and 16. Okay, so the first step, we want to list all the factors of 12. So 12 has common factors. So the common factors would be the two numbers that when you divide them would equal the 12. Okay, so we have 1 times 12. We have 2 times 24. We have 3 times 4. Oh, my apologies. What am I doing? It's 2 times 6. 3 times 4. Okay, so to review, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. When you multiply together, you'll see that they all give you 12. And because of it, now the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. In the same way, let's find the factors of 16. So to get 16, you have 1 times 16. You have 2 times 8. And keep in mind, the factors are when multiplied together, you will get 16. Okay? When multiplied together, you get that number. So 2 times 8 is 16. 4 times 4 give you 16. I believe that is all of the factors. So now we can look at all the factors or all the numbers that give us 16 should be 1, 2, 4. Well, we already have 4, so no need to put it again. 8 and 16. So these are all the factors of 12 and 16. Next, now we want to identify out of all the factors that are listed here. Now we want to circle all the ones that are common. Okay, it's 1 on, so it's 1 on this, whatever number is on both sides, you would now want to circle. So it's the 1, it's the 2, 3 is on this side, but not is on this side, but not on this side, but 4, and that's it. So all the factors are all the common factors. My mistake. Should be the common factors. I want to get the terminology correct. All the common factors. One, 2, and 4. Now, all the common factors, we want to identify the highest number. And this number is what we would have as our GCF, or greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor of 12 and 16 is 4. Why don't we do another example where we find the greatest common factor of now 3 digits? The three digits that we're going to identify or find the greatest common factor for is 12, 15, and 30. So we look at all the factors for 12. We saw before 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4. And if we listed all the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Okay, all the factors of 15, 1 times 15. And just to keep in mind, the factors are when two numbers, when divided together, will give you that same number that you're looking for, okay? So make sure you're not confused. So 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. So all the factors in this case would be 1, 3, 5, and 15. And then finally, factors of 30. You get 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10. Correct that, make sure it looks neat. And then 5 times 6. So you'll see that knowing your timetables here is very essential, very important. So in this instance now, the factors of 30 would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Now we want to identify all the common factors. So all of the common factors now we want to circle. Let's circle in blue. 1 is common. Is 2 common? No. 3 is common. Is 5 common? 6 common. And if you look at the set, there is no other common numbers that you would find in the factors of 12, in the factors of 15, and factors of 30. So the common factors now are 1 and 3. And as a result, the greatest common factor is therefore the highest of those two factors. Okay? And so the greatest common factor of 12, 15, and 30 is ultimately will be found to be 3. And there's your answer, guys. So you've made it to the end of the video. Good deal. I really hope that you understood what was reviewed today. Like I said earlier on in the video, I really think it's a good idea that you go back and try to solve the example problems on your own. That way you can prove to yourself and you can help assure that you actually understand the problems. Well, until next time, with another tutoring session, another math tutoring session with Mike. See you guys.